Right, here we are. Game number 1 of this best of 3, taking place on Faroe Islands. Green team in the northern spawn will be VRTUS. Let me switch that around. There we go. So VRTUS going to be running Bungo, Willem de Urs, Brisbane, Moscow, Petro, Summers, Smaland. Meanwhile in red, QTDD in the southern spawn. Going to be running that Bungo, Sevilla, Brisbane, Des Moines, Moscow, Petro, Summers, Daring.
Action stations.
So let's take out some builds. Got the Petro here with heavy AP and leg mod, no top grade gunner. Brisbane, Smaland, Swift and Silence. No, not Swift and Silence, sorry, RPF. Torpedo reload and cooldown. Moskva, leg mod, top grade gunner. Petro, leg mod, heavy AP, top grade gunner. Another Petro. Willem. And Bungo. Look at the red team builds. Brisbane here, we got Daring here. Summers. Bungo. Nothing special. He's not taking prop mod. Des Moines, leg mod, no top grade gunner, taking RPF. Sibir. Pietro, leg mod, top grade gunner. Summers, Swift and Silence RPF. And Moskva. Alright. Let's close that and take a look at the initial deployments. For the green team over the A cap, we're sending Petro all the way around the outside. We're going to have Petro here or here. I'm not sure which right now. Smiling going for the contest here. Moskva mans the radar islands and just sits there and just covers this. We have a Petro who's also going to be pushing maybe that way. And he's probably going to go that way if anything. Still. Bungo, Willem. And then Summers, Brisbane. Just this general region trying to push / kite as appropriate. Meanwhile, red team. Summers going for the early lay down of smoke there. You can have Des Moines in the smoke screen here. You can have Petro in support. Sibir. Moskva is going to be manning this way. Still has radar control. Daring contesting from here. We have Summers, Brisbane going to be meeting over here. Plus Bungo. Bungo getting the early salvos towards this Moscow though. Let's take a look. See how he's going to be. He gets some damage on him. Not too much. Oh, okay. Bungo on Bungo Islands. Black Ribbon took a massive chunk though. Yeah, it took 30k salvo. Also Moscow got on him as well for massive chunks. Yeah, this Bungo's suffering. Oof, losing half his health already. He does have heals, but still. Alright, someone's smoking up with Brisbane. On both sides. Brisbane radar comes out. Takes one top on the bow. more salvos coming in, but they're going to whiff. VRTUS' bungo is still being tortured up there. This Summers is now caught deep within this Brisbane's radar, by the way. Well, he was. It's already been activated, though. So, yeah, VRTUS winning the smoke war there, but they're losing a lot of health in their battleship for it. The Daring's just walking at him and gunning him. A bunch of radars coming out over at A. Triple Petro push along with Smaland. Going to be able to take A relatively soon by a little bit. Let's go back over to this daring Brisbane and Summers as we see Brisbane takes another torpedo in that smoke. Summers and Brisbane skirting along the map border to try and get away from this push as their battleship is no longer in a position to effectively support them. Daring going to be in position to contest that soon. As you see, the Smaland has reversed into the A cap. Brisbane radar out, spots both this Brisbane and Summers. Bumblebee looking for the shots. Brisbane looking for damage onto these as well. Summers no smoke for fort either. Oh, big chunk into Brisbane. It's caught on the map border, and we don't have the camera ability to go out of the map, so we're going to have to look at it from here. Actually, much more damage is he taking on this border here. Some of the smoke's still not ready. Still more shells coming in. There's the Daring and Summers will be able to contest D and take that home cap. Be 2 caps to 1 in favour of QTDD. Summer smoke finally available. Brisbane pops his radar. See what he wants to focus. You got the Daring or the Summers you can switch to. Oh, as Brisbane gets chunked again down to 2k. Focuses on the Summers, but this Brisbane's most likely going to go down here. Bongo salvo misses. Now Summers has to cross this wall of torpedoes. Brisbane has to dodge it too. Summers gets spotted by the Summers and Daring combo. It's going to allow the Brisbane to open back up, but the Bungo's going to be looking for another shot on them. Can they get some trading here? A lot of damage coming in the QTDD Summers. Bungo takes out the Brisbane. Summers drops a smoke for QTDD, and that's going to allow the disengage there. Still more residual shells coming in towards the Summers, who is still lit. He goes dock now. It's relit actually. Yeah, he's caught within Brisbane's radar. So we can have Brisbane focusing him, Daring focusing him. Summers has potential to go down here too. In the meantime, the QTD have taken B cap, but their Saber's losing a lot of health for this. Back to the Summers, see if he goes down. Gets out, he is still alive, just needs to run for the rest of the battle now. Bungo's got himself caught up against this rock here too, so his kite slash retreat's going to be taking a bit of an issue. Smaland's going to be able to rotate back over there and potentially get on the Summers though. Although Smaland's a little bit busy focusing the Sibber. Conga line towards the Petro. It's not Conga line, it's Summers Tops.
The enemy is about to win.
3 minutes left on the clock for a QTDD victory. There's potential for some kills still. Sibber is being turbo focused. Has run out of healing completely. Takes a torpedo. Moscow Raider comes out, relights that Sibber. Also spots the Summers. It's a little bit more chip damage than that Summers, who's down to 2.5k now, but he is dark again. That is going to allow the VRTUS, Summers, and Bungo to get out of there. Well, Sibber's down to 3k HP. He should be going down here, and that's going to allow the contest for VRTUS in B. We'll neutralise the point income briefly. They are still down 3 caps to 1 currently. There's the kill. So we've got 2 minutes remaining on the clock right now, until VRTUS manage to get in a B, and then they'll give them a little bit of a time extension. They are losing their Petro heavily, though. Being farmed massively by Moskva, Summers. Alright, 2 minutes 45 now on the clock. This is VRTUS contest B. Tons of torpedoes heading towards this Moscow's position. They're all hydroed though. Both these Petros being outfarmed, one by a Des Moines, one by a Moscow. Saying that, QTD's Petro is advancing forward and giving a lot of broadside to the VRTUS Petro here. As the Willem and Petro are pushing around. The Moskva is leaving his rock and he's going to pop his radar. He's going to see what he can find over here. But he is just advancing into a wall of 4 ships, including Daring, Brisbane, Summers, and the Bungo. He's probably going to go down here. Meanwhile, back over there, stuff is happening. Moscow goes down in the background over there as we expected. We also see this Moscow goes down, and now we see a honk honk bonk bonk between the two Petros. Oh my god! What a kill! Taking down the Willem de Eerst at the same time as the Ram. 3 ships going down at the same time there. Like, just keep his Petro alive. Smalin goes down. Well, what plays are available? We have Bungo, Petro, Summers, Petro alive. Petro pops his radar, spots a Summers. Summers is going to go into B, take that. Summers has ran with Daring, he's going to go down. Okay, and that's going to be it. QTDD take game 1. It's a bit of a clusterfuck. My brain hurts. Alright. Well, as we know, it's best of 3. Teams are switching sides. Map 2 will be Northern Waters. Reminder of our bans. Clever Marceau, Utrecht and Marseille, banned by QTDD. Clever Marceau, Delny Khabarovsk, banned by VRTUS. Have a map of introduction video. Go.
In the southern Arctic Ocean lies an archipelago of Caledonian granite, frigid and forbearing. These frozen rocks and sparse fauna will shortly become unwilling witnesses to the rigors of naval combat. This is Northern Waters. Northern Waters is a 42 by 42 kilometer domination-style map with 4 cap points running in a line from west to east. The A cap is on the left, the B cap is in the center, with caps C and D on the right. In this new configuration, spawns of ships are based on what class they are. Battleships spawn above Cap A, cruisers spawn above Cap B, and destroyers spawn above the home caps C and D. This aims to provide teams with new and specialized tactics for each flank, with unique deployment ideas. Cap A on the left is larger than in previous iterations, now having a small island providing cover for any ship that wishes to contest it. Cap B was moved to the right to be harder to directly contest, with the small islands inside offering minimal cover. The home caps, C and D, are surrounded by a fair number of small islands, allowing destroyers to set up for ambush-style hit-and-run tactics more comfortably. Support from cruisers spawning in the middle of the map is critical for success on both sides. How will teams divide their forces for the most optimal strategy? 18 ships, 2 teams, 1 victor. It's time to play Northern Waters.
Well, let's get the trainer up. Remember, we have Ligma spawns on this map. Yes, Ligma spawns. Both teams are ready. And we're going. Game number 2. QTDD versus VRTUS. Here we are on Northern Waters. QTDD in green this time. We'll be in the Northern Spawn running Bungo, St. Vincent, Moscow, Petro, Napoli, Haragumo, Grosvoy, Daring. Meanwhile, in red on the Southern Spawn, VRTUS running Bungo, Siva, Petro, Haragumo, Grosvoy, Smolensk. KotS 11 vibes. Petro. Mushroom. Petro. Anyway, let's quickly look at the builds before they all run off. So, VRTUS. I don't know why I picked them first myself. Sibir. Bungo.
Action stations.
Petro, heavy AP, top grade gunner. Petro. No, he's leg mod, top grade gunner. That one's heavy AP, leg mod, top grade gunner. This one, heavy AP, leg mod, no top grade gunner. This one, top grade gunner, heavy AP, super knight. Some variations. You got Haragumo, no AFT, leg mod, leg mod, RPF, no AFT. We've got the Grozovoi here, RPF, AFT, got Smolensk, Superintendent, RPF. Green team quickly, got Grozovoi here, RPF, concealment, blah, blah, blah. Haragumo, leg mod, AFT, RPF. The Daring, standard Daring looking stuff. Moskva, top grade gunner, outnumbered. We got Petro, heavy AP, top grade gunner. Not heavy AP, sorry, leg mod. I'm looking at the leg mod and thinking heavy AP. My brain is not working. It's fine. This Petro here, range mod, top grade gunner. St. Vincent, Bungo, and Napoli with reload in slot 6. Alright, initial deployments. Let's see if we can figure this out. So for the green team, heading over to A, we have Napoli, plus Petro going for the radar position. Napoli's going to look to go towards the island. Vincent and Bungo heading over towards the other 3 caps. Daring going for an early contest slash spot through the middle. Moscow manning the radar island. Then Petro going all the way over here. Harrow going over the early cap plus Grozovoy. I'm not sure who Harrow's going to be smoking up, if anybody. Probably just the Groz, I guess. You know, the red team, we have Sieber, along with Bungo heading this way. Grozovoy going for the contest on that flank. And then Petro looking for some sort of push up here. Smalan with a contest slash denial over here. And then we have Harrigan taking the C cap. How did the Bungo lose half his health already? To the opposing Bungo and Vincent. Yeah, VRTUS Bungo has been getting tortured 2 games back to back. Both home caps taken. Early lead in favour of QTDD. Radar out over here, we'll be spotting the contesting Grozovoy. Napoli did not in fact charge for the island as we were expecting. But then we will get the resets on the Groz. If that doesn't, then the Daring will. Let's see, Napoli gets the resets anyway. Moscow radar comes out, spots the contesting Smaland at B. Grozovoy should have position to reset. Along with Vincent and the Moscow himself. And what else over here? That'd be the Petro. Although, it doesn't look like they actually got the resets in. This Petro is going to be looking for them. Now they get the resets. Groz still contesting A. Daring going to be going into the side of it to try and deny that. Maybe go for a 1v1. The state of that Bungo's health bar already though. Hello? Oh, 1 second. I have a delivery, sorry. Running down, running down. Sorry about that. Right, anything died? No, nothing died. Okay, cool. Right, what's happening with the caps? Okay, nothing. Okay. What's happening here? Just ran up and down 2 flights of stairs. Well, Vincent lost a lot of health. Give me a minute to catch my breath. Alright, Vincent's being farmed over here. Grozovoy getting caught in a radar over there. Radar's coming out. Right, currently it looks like it's just briefly in favour of VRTUS points-wise, but they are losing a lot of health on a lot of ships. Siba's making his way to the island, which the Napoli's anchored himself up against. Napoli does have torpedoes if he wants to go for a YOLO on this here, but he's not got enough alpha on one side to take him out completely. So he probably doesn't want to go for that anytime soon. They're probably not going to go at each other anytime soon. Let's go back over here. Petro radar comes out, spots the Moskva. Grozovoy walks into this Petro radar, gets himself lit. Big chunks on the Moskva. He's trying to hide himself behind the island. Still some residual shells. Yeah. Okay, gets behind the island. He's fine. Daring went to go do something about the Siba, but got caught on the way over. So he took a lot of damage from the Grozovoy and Bungo, meaning his YOLO potential to conquer like the Siba is neutered. Grozovoy taking a bunch of damage from the Daring. Bungo salvo does nothing to Napoli. Siba advancing forwards. And here comes the Daring. And the Siba's just going to be popping him immediately. Bungo takes a little bit of damage on the way around, but now this Napoli is kind of caught between a rock and a hard place. Rock being the Siba and the hard place being the Bungo. It's a couple of sits at the side of the Bungo. Should have a rack of torps for him on the side as well. Pops it. Doesn't go down immediately, but he does go down to the second witch. There will be the 4 torps into him, but that will not kill him. It's a lot of damage, but that's not even that much damage to be fair. Well, Napoli goes down there. That's going to allow a cap take for VRTUS.
To win.
QTDD down on the back foot very heavily. 3 caps down to 1. QTDD trying desperately to make something happen, but it doesn't look like there's anything available for him right now. The St. Vincent advances forward and takes a ton of damage. The Grozovoy being forced back, taking a lot of damage on the way out. They are getting some damage on the Haragumo, but the radar is already over. Bungo salvo maybe do something? Nope. Second Petro radar. Yeah. Spots the Harrow, but the Harrow is parked up behind a rock. Vincent going very, very low now. Has parked himself in B, but he's not going to last long enough to do anything to take it. Harrow being shelled. Bungo and Grozboy take him out. Okay, that's one ship back killed. And Vincent healers coming through. There's potential for stabilization from QTDD. They are getting a lot of damage on the Ciber as well. But their Moscow is low. Vincent again getting super low. As the Moscow does go down. Petro rounds the corner looking for the Ciber as they drive by each other, and in the truest sense of the word, neither of them dying. Petro turret traverse is not the best in the world. Grozvoy picked up a Petropavlov's kill though. QTD might get the Ciber kill though. Oh no! Oh, they trade. Okay. Like, QTD now have 4 ships remaining all over here. I don't know if they can still do anything to win this game though. They're peppering these Petropavlovsks, but they're Petros and they refuse to die because their Petropavlovsks are made of like asbestos and glass and stuff like that. Not glass. Something harder than glass. Well, they might get this Petro kill. But even with this kill, they're still way, way, way behind. They get that kill. 40 seconds left on the clock. They're going to need more than that. Because they are down 3 caps to 1. And there's potential for that Petro kill, but even if they get that kill, all VRTUS need to do is leave with the rest of their ships. VRTUS will take the series 2-0. Wait, hang on. No, QTD won game 1, didn't they? Hang on, I'm confused. Yeah, QTD won game 1, right? I'm confused. Let me go check. Oh no, it's 1-1. It's 1-1. It's 1-1. It's 1-1. Yeah, okay. Okay, it's 1-1. Alright. Going to game 3. Right, side swap. Next map will be north. I'm going to put the map intro video on for you and go to the toilet. Be right back.
The rocky shores of the North Sea comprise the setting for a titanic clash of enemy fleets. These tall evergreens and mossy rocks will soon bear witness to the deafening sounds of battle as 2 teams vie for dominance of the ocean. This is North. North is a 48 by 48 kilometer domination-style map with 5 cap points running from west to east. The A and B cap are on the left, C is in the center, D is located on the 7-8 line, and E is on the right. In this new variant, the spawn points for the teams have been moved from a central position to a north and southeastern position on the map. Cap A and B on the left are the most open and accessible on the board, although located the furthest away from the spawns. There are plenty of ways in and out for destroyers, and there aren't many places for radar cruisers to hide nearby. As the smallest capture area on the board, the most common access to Cap C comes from due north or south, but there is a small access via a channel between the islands on the eastern edge. Radar cruisers can sit on the islands to the north or south of the cap and deny the claiming of this cap until the mid to late game. Cap D provides a challenge for both teams. The islands around the capture point allow cruisers to sit on nearby islands with relative safety, and will likely require teams to position ships to the far east or to push down the channel between the C and D caps to dislodge ships stationed on the islands surrounding D. In this iteration, further to the east, Cap E is shifted to the edge of the map, featuring multiple islands that provide cover. Typically, teams can be seen pushing battleships or cruisers up the line to try to claim domination over the cap. However, the many islands within the E-cap provide plenty of cover for cruisers to sit inside of the cap and become an anchor point for both teams. 18 ships, 2 teams, 1 victor. It's time to play North.
Oh, there you go. Reminder of our bands. Club Marceau, Utrecht and Marseille, banned by QTDD. Club Marceau, Delny Kaurovsk, banned by VRTUS. Come on, go with a nice angle. That'll do. Both teams are declared ready. Just drop, just drop, just drop. Don't wait for streamers, just drop. Go, 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 go. We're going. Sweet. Game 3. QTDD versus KotS. Not KotS, VRTUS. VRTUS versus KotS would be a confusing one if we ever get to that, though. One way around. There we go. So here we are on North for Game 3 between VRTUS and QTDD. Green team in the northern spawn will be VRTUS, running Bungo, Willem, Brisbane, Petro, Summers, Gdansk. Meanwhile, red team in the southern spawn, QTDD, running Bungo, Libertad, Brisbane, Salem, Moskva, Summers, Z42, and a Daring.
Action stations.
Yay, caffeine. Builds. Summers. Gdansk. LFT, RPF. Petro. Legmod, top grade. Petro. Legmod, heavy AP. Brisbane. Another Petro. Legmod, top grade and heavy AP. Another Petro. Legmod, top grade and heavy AP. Willem. Airstrike mode slot 4. Mungo, no heavy AP. Okay. Moving over to the red team. Summers, RPF. Daring. Brisbane. Salem, heavy AP. Top grade. No survivability expert. Z42. RPF. Heavy AP. Salem, top grade. Demolition expert. That's a radar Salem. Libertad, secondary, stuff. Moskva, Legmod, RPF, no top grade. And then Bungo, no heavy AP. Alright. Initial deployments. So over here we have Summers and Brisbane, Smoky Weekly, Bungo and support, Petro man on the radar island, Petro man on this radar island, Gdansk early contest, then we will have Petro running down here, Willem coming with them, Petro coming down here, and then they will force their way down here. Just try and force their way this way. That's the general plan. Red team, Summers and Brisbane, this area. We got Bungo and support, Daring in the early contest, Salem. Salem potentially wants to make a play up here at some point, but it's kind of dangerous if he runs into a new battleship. Z42 will have full hydro lock over this. We have Libertad in support, Salem in support, Moskva in support too. Z42 getting spotted by Gdansk radar on his way in. He does have his Hydra running. We'll spot the torps. Petro Salvo and Willem Salvo is also still coming in. Not going to be connecting though. Neither of the Petros in the radar position to follow up with this. Blind fire coming in, trying to reset him. See. Oh wow, Daring torped out Petro Pavlovsk already. Yeah, Daring conga lined this Petro already. Oh no. Oh no, oh no. Well, Zed is currently hydroing the Gdansk behind that rock. This Daring should be able to take C completely for free now. Well, they find the Z42 again. Salvo's coming from Petro, and Willem. No resets, though. Both home caps were taken. We're about to see a collision of the smokes. Someone's Brisbane on each side, along with a sporting bungo. In fact, we might see some torpedoes connecting with this bungo. Yeah, yep. Petro radaring and advancing forward, taking the decap. Smokes collide, radars out from the Brisbanes. Bungo salvo's coming in. This bungo has got his guns facing that way though, so he might not be able to get involved popping this one. That'll be the end of the radars. There shouldn't be much more damage heading over on that flank. Let's go watch all of this because we see the Gdansk is now suffering at the hands of an advancing Salem who's pushed forwards. That's going to force him out of the cap. Willem, however, is going to start airstriking the Salem's position as he's now advanced into it. These caps still neutral. Being blocked by both teams. Petro and Salem blocking one. Petro and Salem blocking the other two. Gdansk radar comes out. Spots his Z42 on the border here. That's going to force... Wait, the Petro was forced out? Brisbane gonna go down to torpedoes here. That's one ship to 1 on kills now, 2 caps to 1 in favor of QTDD. But they've now lost every single bit of pressure they had over on this flank. Actually, they're bringing the Daring over. Can make something happen. Bungo's very low too. Some more trading happening over here still. Let's have a quick look and see what's going on. Willem and Petro are trying to farm out the Salem. Salem popped his deaf ear to stop some of the airstrikes. Yeah, more radars coming out from this Gdansk, spotting this Z-42 again, who was gunning down this Willem for a while. But he's taking salvos from Petro too. Daring getting spotted over here. Actually, both Summers running into each other face first.
The enemy is about to win.
Summers might take a torp. Managed to turn inside of it. Salem getting super low there as well. More Willem airstrikes coming in. Too many things happening. Salem down at 7k. He has got a healer running. Has got his DCP running. If the Summers run into each other again, that should be the VRTUS one dying. However, there's a Brisbane with a radar. Willem goes down to Salem over there. So Salem's no longer going to be pressured by those airstrikes, but he has run out of healing. Very much looking on control for QTDD right now. They are still on 2 caps to 1 ticking with E blocked. This Petro is being farmed though by Moscow and Narnia. Salem's still being pressured by this Petro, can go down eventually. And that will allow VRTUS to push forward and take the D cap. Bungo going down to Summers torps in the background, putting QTD even further ahead now. Now Salem takes a couple of torpedoes though, but maybe too little too late. He still didn't get that kill on that Salem. One minute left on the clock for a QTDD victory. Several low health ships of VRTUS as well. Petro pushes around the corner, trying to go for the kill on the Salem. Again, Petro with the world's slowest turret traverse. Takes out the Salem. Radar coming out over here. Spots the Libertad approaching. VRTUS' Petro died somewhere. There. That Petro died. Summers on Summers violence. On the daring. Okay, Petro died over the corner. It's it. That's it. QTDD. QTDD will take the series 2-1. That was all over the place. I think we're about to start a series, right? Yeah, we're supposed to some series is about to start, so let me go jump into one. What's not cast? Ortus versus Resin. Right, no, that is cast. We're gonna jump into it quickly though. Right, go. I need to go jump in the room quickly because we're about to start. Just have the winner scene. I'm jumping into a room and hoping we get the game. Ah, it's already dropped. God damn it. They dropped 5 minutes ago. Yeah, they dropped 5 minutes ago. Okay, let's see what's available. CL vs 3XA, quickly. Or NTT.